Hello, my name is Asaf Ajay Ajay, reading computer science level 300, and I'm doing a presentation on a traffic light system, a whole traffic light system all together with other systems combined to improve the system. So I'll first start with my traffic light system. So my traffic light system controls this three LEDs representing red, green, and yellow. So the system will automatically switch between lights in sequence, just like traffic light. The red will stay on for 5 seconds. So since the time is limited, I'll just be doing a demo. The red stays on for 5 seconds, then finally goes to the green for 5 seconds, then yellow for 2 seconds, then before turning back to red again. So my system also uses a state machine approach, and what I mean by that is that the traffic lights can be in only one state at a time. It cannot be in two states. So red and green cannot be both turned on at the same time. So fast forward, when we come to the code, in the code, what I first did was that I defined the pins connected to each of the LEDs. So you can see I've defined them over here. Then I created a different traffic lights system using the enum over here for the states. So you can see the red, green, and yellow state. Then I created within the setup function. The setup function. So what it does is that it initializes the pins, as output, so that it will be able to start the system from the red state. And then I also have the activate state function, and what this does is that it controls which LED should turn on depending on the current state. So we have it over here. So what the activate state does is that it turns all the LEDs off, before it will turn on the correct one. So you can see here the state first starts with a red. Then I also have the loop function, which is very important. And the loop function has the program, which continually checks how much time has passed in all the LEDs. I use the milliseconds. So once the required time for a state is completed, then it will have to move to the next state. So I use the if else to define that. So I also used milliseconds instead of delay, because with milliseconds I'm allowed to run continuously, without freezing the program, but the delay may freeze at some point. So this is how the traffic light system works. Now fast forward, we go to the adaptive vehicle detection system. So the adaptive vehicle detection system is it improves traffic lights, by detecting the vehicles and extending the green light when needed. So whenever it's needed, to have to extend the green light by 5 seconds. So I added the push button, to simulate the vehicle detection. So when a vehicle is detected during the green state, the system will automatically increase the green light duration by 5 seconds, and this helps reduce the traffic congestion by allowing more vehicles to pass by. So falls on green, we extend by by 5 seconds. So we've extended it by 5 seconds, so it will have to be waiting for 5 seconds just to allow a few more vehicles to pass by. So in the code, what I did was that I added a button, a button pin for vehicle detection, and also defined the extension time. The time is limited. Wow. So during the green state, where is this? During the green state, the program checks whether the vehicle detection button has been pressed. And if the button is pressed, then the system extends the it by 5 seconds. So I also used a boolean, called the green extend. The green extend would ensure the green light is only extended once, per every cycle. So this feature that I added makes the traffic light system more adaptive and also more intelligent. Now let's go to the automated street light. So the automated street light, it uses the LDR sensor to detect intensity. from the environment. So during daytime, the street light remains off because there is enough light. At night or in darkness, the LDR will be low light. It detects the low light intensity and automatically to turn the street light on. So this helps save energy. So that's the light. It will turn it on. Sorry, to turn it on. Yeah, sorry, and that's our LDL center, which will always be detecting if there's low intensity or not. So in the code, the LDL sensor is connected to the analog pin, and the Arduino will continuously read the light intensity, from the sensor using the analog read. Then I added a threshold value, to just determine whether the environment is bright or dark. So if the sensor value drops below the threshold, then the street light would turn on. Otherwise, the street light remains off. So this will also continuously monitor environment light conditions, especially in real time. So now let's go to the emergency system. Now the emergency system, it allows traffic lights to respond during emergency situations. Whenever the emergency button is pressed, and what happens is that the system immediately stops the traffic light during the traffic light sequence, and switches into emergency mode. So in emergency mode, the red light turns on to stop all the traffic, and the buzzer is activated to alert nearby. And so once the emergency, this one, so this is an emergency mode. So it's turning on to explain that there is an emergency situation at the moment. So how the system works? So in this code, I added the button, emergency button pin. Um, the emergency button. Yeah, just connected to the digital input pin.